So my name is Rob Howetson. I've lived in this neighborhood my entire life, and about 10 years ago I started a hobby where I track down old stories from this area. And some of the projects I worked on, I helped the park board locate an old time capsule that was hidden in the walls of the old Sunset Community Center. We managed to dig it out of the wall just before the building was demolished. And also I made a short film about the history of John Oliver High School, which turned 100 years old 3 years ago. And I discovered that country music star Loretta Lynn was discovered in this neighborhood back in 1959, performing at a chicken coop that had been converted to a private party space. So these are the kind of things I tracked down, and here's my latest obsession. There used to be a vacant lot at 54th and Ross. It was too narrow to build on and still soft from when Ross Creek ran through there in the 1940s. Kids loved this spot because it had mounds of dirt that formed a crude BMX track for their bicycles. And there was a dirt path that ran through the lot, and everyone called it Dead Man's Trail. I never asked why we called it that, but 2 years ago I learned that this last wild place of South Vancouver was 9 houses away from the site of the city's first triple homicide. 1014 East 53rd was where the Pauls family were massacred in their home on the evening of June 10th, 1958. The Pauls were a quiet, hard-working Mennonite family with no known criminal affiliations. All 3 of them were bludgeoned to death, and the mother and father were also shot in the head. A decade after the slayings, we rode our bikes practically next door and never heard a thing about it. The case remains unsolved. There is no clear motive for the killings. Very few people in the neighborhood today have heard of this baffling tragedy, and the only echo from the gunshots is in the name Dead Man's Trail. I apologize. This evening deserves a more upbeat energy than that. And if the Shock ever holds another event like this here again, I will bring something a little happier to share with you.